The World Association of Public Employment Services, WAPES, gathered over 300 network members from more than 50 countries, as well as partners from international organizations and the private world for their 9th World Congress in Seoul, the capital of South Korea. In this event, WAPES promoted the topic of change management in public employment services. The participants were offered a platform to learn from each other in how to adapt to the fast-changing world of work.
I think that WAPES can manage to cooperate and promote learning. By having meetings and surveys, you can build capacity for different projects where countries that perhaps are poorer and can afford the development resources can actually get it for free through WAPES.
The principle of knowledge transfer for capacity building is crucial to WAPES activities. In this Congress, it was realized across all continents of this globe.
Elle est très importante parce que chacun travaille dans son coin. Si nous sommes ensemble, nous allons voir les expériences des autres. Nous avons vu écouter des communications très enrichantes comme celle de l'Australie tout à l'heure et du Pérou.
When it comes to managing change, public employment services have shown their ability in dealing with the global economic crisis and the growing unemployment it brought to many parts of the world. Performance measurement, human resource development, and the awareness that nothing is as constant as change seem to have set the pace in this change management process within the public employment services themselves.
I think we have to be rather efficient, and you can measure that if you have an intact controlling system. The second thing is you need an intact human resources management, that you have the right people at the right place. And third and most important, you need to be you should never sit still. You have to be in change all the time in order to get better.
The WAPES network has 89 member organizations, ranging from very developed employment services with high labor market impact to developing countries that are most eager to improve the situation for their workers, especially the most vulnerable ones. The Dominican Republic, for example, has started their public employment service only 4 years ago. Attention to the most vulnerable groups on the labor market needs to be created from scratch.
No es muy sencillo porque en el país todavía no tenemos ley de protección para las personas con discapacidad y realmente el trabajo con las empresas es un poco lento, pero se está, bueno, en todo lo que está a nuestro alcance se va haciendo una labor muy puntual con los grupos.
Besides the general institutional agility and the reinforcement of activation and support measures for job seekers, public employment services also need to go with the newest technology development to stay put as a service provider. While technology can never replace the human touch of a job advisor, the power of the internet as a tool for outreach and diversity of communication channels is a must-have. The internet also brings new possibilities to labor markets in developing and emerging countries.
L'Internet, puisque aujourd'hui c'est un outil qui permet de plusieurs gains à plusieurs niveaux. Premièrement, il permet de désenclaver les régions là où il n'y a pas d'agence d'emploi en dur. Deuxièmement, il permet aux personnes de s'inscrire, de s'informer sur les opportunités d'emploi et de candidater à partir de chez eux sans avoir besoin de se déplacer. Et troisièmement, il permet plus de transparence au niveau du marché de l'emploi et plus d'équité et d'égalité de chances.
In order to achieve all the goals for an ever-changing labour market, the public employment services are well advised to not try to do everything by themselves, but to look for partners. Many good examples of partnering with the private and third sector for the provision of lifelong learning, technical solutions, and planning of future scenarios have been collected in the last years in all WAPES regions. The employment services of Australia, where the entire delivery is a public-private partnership, are one successful example.
I think that the aspects of change that are most important for employment services in Australia are the opportunity to respond quickly and flexibly to changing dynamics in the labour market. So this means that whilst there's a lot of continual change for the services, the way the services are structured means that they can actually do that in a very positive and responsive and flexible way.
The 9th WAPES World Congress was hosted by the Ministry of Labour and Employment of South Korea. The South Korean labour market, with an unemployment rate of less than 4% and one of the lowest industrial accident rates in the world, is another good example of efficient employment measures. One of the reasons is that the government and the public employment services have put job creation and change management at the top of their agenda. WAPES chose this host to give its World Congress the environment of innovation and future thinking.
I think all kind of organizations that are ideological and have a task and that includes people in the social society, persons who are far away from social included, WAPES can make a difference in that way, that we can work with the different goals locally as the country's development is. But in the whole, we can have also goals for how we want to see the rates of unemployment reduces worldwide.
With this in mind, the World Association of Public Employment Services will focus its activities on the management of change on the labour market. It will encourage its members to continue exchanging best practices about social inclusion, skills mobility, and employment partnerships. Visit our website for a detailed report of the 9th WAPES World Congress.